So it happened. The FAA has come out and said that Katy Perry, Lauren Sanchez, Gayle King, and all the other women that were on the Blue Origin are not astronauts, even though they like to call themselves, and Jeff Bezos and his company like to call them astronauts. They aren't. And literally, when I heard this, I was just like, thank goodness common sense and education have come back to people's consciousness. Oh my gosh. I just kept thinking, like, what if you were an astronaut and these women who have no education, no talent, and didn't actually do anything got to have the same qualification as you? Like, that would drive me insane. Think about having to go to university, get a degree, and then become, some people become just a scientist, other people like get employed by like NASA or a private company, other people, like, before they had this new SpaceX thing, they had to freaking go to Russia, right, in order to be astronauts. You had to like get your degree, become a pilot or a scientist, and then work for a number of years, become like a backup pilot. And then you have to go somewhere like Russia to learn how to fly on the Soyuz rocket. And then you have to learn Russian, probably, like tons of stuff. And then do like tests with a centrifuge and underwater tests and jumping off of boats into the ocean with a parachute on kind of tests, physical tests on your body, on your blood, on your bones, all that sort of stuff. And then these ladies just go up for 10 minutes and they're like, yay, we're astronauts. I was just like, oh my gosh, that would drive me nuts. Just the amount of years in preparation to become an astronaut that it actually takes. I was like, thank goodness they don't call themselves cosmonauts. Oh, and just the fact that some of them afterwards were getting all upset when people were like, you're not astronauts, and this isn't a real test or a real spacecraft or flight or anything like that. And now there's like a bunch of conspiracy people who are out there saying they didn't even go to space. So I think there's like a line from like the 1960s where they say it's like the edge of space called like the Kármán line or something. It's not actually recognized by international law as the edge of space, but apparently these ladies flew above the Kármán line, so that's why they think that they flew in space. So they didn't officially either. So that also legally is the reason why you can't call them astronauts. You have to like, I think that's like the separation between an aircraft and a spacecraft, right? Anyhow, I'm just so glad that they came out and said that they are not astronauts. Not like I feel like we should be taken away from people, but just to give some vindication back to all those scientists and like pilots and stuff that had to like go to university for 10 years and then leave their families for months on end to train and learn other languages so you can communicate with astronauts from other places in the world. That is who an astronaut is, not some rich lady and her husband.